All right, let's see if people can be obedient to God. Probably not, right? But let's look at what happens in Exodus chapter 16 in verses 4 and 5. Now, when you go back to verses 2 and 3, which we talked about yesterday, so if you didn't watch yesterday's mini message, go back and watch yesterday's, because the people are complaining, right? They're accusing Moses and Aaron of them starving to death. They're selectively remembering their slavery in Egypt. And so it says in verse 4, this is God's response to this. It says, and the Lord said to Moses, look, I'm going to rain down food from heaven for you. Each day the people can go out and pick up as much food as they need for that day. I will test them in this to see whether or not they will follow my instructions. We all know how good we are at following God's instructions, don't we? Verse 5, on the sixth day they will gather food, and when they prepare it, there will be twice as much as usual. Now remember, that part is for the Sabbath, right? They weren't supposed to work on the Sabbath, and so God's giving them rest. He says, I'll double supply them on the Sabbath. But they were to just pick up as much food as they needed for that day. Now, it's interesting, he's going to rain food from heaven. It's not something we see on a regular basis, right? You don't see a lot of, food raining from heaven. It literally can rain frogs. That has actually happened. Fish eggs and some things can get evaporated and come down, but to think we're going to feed millions of people with food falling out of the sky, that's pretty wild. But God's got a plan, right? He provides. He provides from resources that we never even knew existed. I've experienced this in my life, guys. When I was in need, God supplied my need from places I didn't even know existed. I'm actually watching that happen right now within our church with the building project we have going with our new worship center. It's amazing to see how God is supplying needs. And I'm just looking around going, well, I didn't even know that existed. It's amazing to see from top to bottom. So they are supposed to go out and pick up each day just what they need for that day. They're not building up a 6-month supply of emergency rations, okay, that day. And so God is testing their obedience. He wants to see if they will listen. Now, He knows the answer already, but He needs them to know the answer, and He's trying to guide them into a deeper faith and push them that they have to trust Him daily. We need the same thing. We need to trust God that He will provide for us what we need when we need it. Whether we are living in a nice house or whether we are traveling through the wilderness, we're in the desert. Either way, God provides. He takes care, and He will take care of us. See you later.